The safety of our clients, volunteers, and staff are of the utmost importance to the Foodbank of Santa Barbara County as we face this unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. The help of volunteers remains critical to ensure that our community has access to safe and healthy food at this time. In order to ensure the safety of our volunteers, clients, and staff, we will be sharing this important information on safe food handling while working with the food bank. Currently, groups of more than 10 are permitted to convene by the Santa Barbara County Department of Public Health, given that the individuals convening are of good health, not of high risk, and that there is adequate space allowing for social distancing of 6 feet or more. High risk includes volunteers over the age of 60 with heart or lung conditions, diabetes, compromised immune systems, or recent cancer therapy. Any individual who is experiencing a fever, cough, or shortness of breath, or who is feeling slightly off, even if it is an allergy, will be excused from volunteer activities for the day. There can be no coughing or sneezing around the food, even if it is into your elbow. Any individual who has been around anyone confirmed positive with COVID-19 or experiencing the aforementioned symptoms should also abstain from volunteering at this time, as should anyone who has traveled to a high-risk area in the last 14 days. Prior to your arrival at one of our warehouses, tabletops, doors, and handles will be disinfected. Upon arrival, we require that each volunteer maintain at least 6 feet of separation between other volunteers and food bank personnel. Frequent hand washing for the duration of at least 20 seconds is essential. Hands must be washed thoroughly before handling food and anytime something other than food is touched, including door handles, your face, or body. Gloves are required of volunteers. All used gloves must be safely removed by pinching at the base of the glove and turning them inside out before safely discarding into a trash receptacle. We ask that volunteers limit their talking during volunteer shifts to limit the risk of any saliva droplets hitting food, especially produce that can be consumed raw. When participating in a bag packing shift, volunteers must begin by washing their hands and putting on gloves before starting to pack the food bags. Boxes of each food type that is intended for the bags will be opened and placed on the tables. Volunteers will take a bag and walk down the line of tables, placing one food item of each type into the bag while maintaining a social distance of at least 6 feet between other volunteers and food bank personnel. Guidelines for the content of each bag will be provided to volunteers at the beginning of the shift. Once the bag is completed, it should be placed into the bin that will be set up at the end of the tables. Each bin holds 35 to 40 bags. 1 or 2 volunteers per shift will be designated as unboxers and will open and refill boxes on the tables. When there are 10 minutes left in the shift, pull all of the boxes off the tables and wipe down the surfaces with cleaning spray or sanitation wipes. Once tables are sanitized, replace the boxes of food onto the table for the next packing shift. You may also be asked to assemble bags in an assembly line fashion. In that scenario, volunteers will form an assembly line maintaining at least 6 feet of distance between one another. Each volunteer will bag items in their station and move bags down the assembly line. One volunteer at the end of the assembly line will place filled bags into the empty bins. To establish a drive-through distribution, identify a safe driveway where cars waiting in line for food are not blocking road traffic and cars can enter one direction and continue forward to exit. Assign a volunteer or 2 to direct traffic to avoid any road blockages. Have one volunteer approach car and ask individual to spell their name while maintaining a safe distance. Record name on Form EFA 7. Provide gloves for individuals handing bags of food to cars. Use gloved hands to place food bags in trunk of car or back seat.